Hey there peeps, mewmew here and welcome back to Danmachi Memoria Freese, and welcome to a new series in which I teach you everything I know about Danmachi Memoria Freese and help you on your way in playing this game efficiently and also to your full extent. So first I'm going to give you high level information about everything that I think is important in this game, and in subsequent videos that will come out daily for the next week, I'll go a little bit deeper into each of these topics. But first thing is units. So how do we get units? I mean, so actually also, what are units? Units are basically our characters. Our units are basically anyone that you can get. In the album you can find all the different units. There's two types of units, the adventurers and the assist. For battle, you pair an adventurer with an assist to be stronger, and there are specific combinations that you can use in order to be more effective, and especially depending on what you are facing. Another thing, how to level these units up. You can, in here you can go to level enhance and enhance any of the units that you want to work on. But also, you could go from, the status board or from party. So anywhere that you can find the unit that you're looking for, you can, work on it from there. But also, fun fact, on these units, let's say you really want to go for one of the new units, such as photo. Let's say you want, to get photo, because right now we have the Kino collaboration event. If you do this little plus sign up top, you can see what the unit looks like as you limit break it further. Obviously, whenever a unit is max limit breaked, that is when it's stronger. And yes, max limit break, what is that? So basically, whenever you get more than one of the same unit, so if you get more than one photo, you are able to limit break her, which means you can put a little +1 on her, and which would be with, one little diamond on here. And her stats can increase, but also apart from her stats, specific units, whenever they get max limit breaked, so being +5, meaning that you've gotten your original +5 more, so a total of 6 of the same unit in order to be able to max limit break them. Sometimes it can get additional skills. Assist units can sometimes get a higher, percentage of increase on their skills. There's a wide variety of things that happen. Also, something that you can do to also improve your units is increase their CP. CP, which is just character points, I think. I don't know exactly what CP means, but if you go to your characters, you can see that all of my characters have a CP bonus, CP level. And for example, my Tefana is level 22. So if I were to want to make her stronger, I would increase her CP level, which you can get just by using her in battle. And you can get different types of rewards by increasing any unit's CP level, including irises. So you can get, irises every few levels. You can get strength increases, magic increases, everything, but also for units that are part of the regular storyline, like for example Lefia. If you go to her CP thing, you can also see that sometimes you can get quests, and these quests you can get hero fauna at specific quest levels, or volleys, or and different things, and it gives you a little story, so it's really worth doing. And another way of getting CP is by walking around town and talking to people, so very important. Moving forward, irises are the paid currency of this game. They're up on top where you see 5,431. Irises are what you can use to pull from the gacha. You need 400 to be able to pull one time, which will pull 11 summons, 40 if you just want to draw one unit. It's a better deal if you do the draw 11, because you'd be spending 40. You're getting, basically you're paying for 10 but getting 11, so it's worth it to wait for 400 irises. But so you can get a lot of irises just by playing the game, playing missions, this story, and even just playing some of the events, which we'll talk about in a little bit. So so that's irises. You know, you can farm them. You can also buy them. The prices are here, so you can, you know, make decisions if you want to be pay to win. Currently, I don't have any paid irises, but you know, if you really enjoy the game and want to continue supporting the developers, it's something that you want to do. Low-key. So also another type of currency that we have in the game is Valis, which is where you see the 2 million. Those Valis is basically just your free currency in the game, and you can get more Valis by doing these little quests here, these Valis quests. Unfortunately, so I mean, there's a normal, hard, and very hard mode. The very hard mode, it still gives you up to like 60,000, and Valis goes away so fast. Like, once I start upgrading my units, that Valis is gonna go by and it's not gonna look back. It's rough. Another thing that you want to farm, you know, to improve your units is the Exilia quest. These quests help you get these little books, which add experience to your unit, so you can level them up faster. These are very useful, totally very useful. Finally, another key thing, and this is a material that is used to evolve your units: fauna. There is fauna for each type, for magic, strength, agility, for all of the different stats that your character uses, and you can you need these to be able to unlock them on your units and be able to power them up. Also, there is this beautiful hero fauna, which you can see I only have 19. These are very rare. You can sometimes get them when you farm the very hard quests for the faunas, but they're not guaranteed. There is a, you know, cool item here that it's this little key on the bottom that you can use, and it will increase your hero charm replica, will increase the odds of receiving a hero fauna for 30 minutes. So for 30 minutes, you just have to like go at it to be able to, you know, try to get as many hero faunas as you can. But we'll talk about, you know, that deeper and, you know, later video when I talk about farming. Then, you know, another thing to increase, you know, your units is blacksmith. So this doesn't get, you know, you unlock most of this as you go through the episodes. So if you're just starting out, you might not have this unlocked, but as you go further, you will unlock being able to purchase equipment. These equipments, they're okay. They're okay while you don't have the blacksmith available, but they all cost 10,000. They all give you about 39, and they give you 39 power or magic power, and this number beside it is durability. So as you use your weapon, the durability on the item does go down until eventually you need to repair it. And the same goes to armor. There's actually only one armor, but yes, it also decreases in durability, so you'll have to work on that whenever, you know, the time comes. Crafting. Crafting is the other side to weapons and increasing your unit's power and defense. There are specific weapons that boost for different characters, like this forest teardrop. It is very, you know, you get a wear bonus if you put it on Lefia. I thankfully have a really good Lefia, so I'm working on her, and I need to get a better staff for her. And you can see that there's this range from 190 to 230. That means that whenever you craft it, you are guaranteed to land somewhere in between, and you can get any of these attributes that show up on the left hand side. You can get any of those at random. There's sometimes you can get just regular success and you end up at the 190 line, or you get a great success and can get at the higher end of the power. So it's all luck, all RNG. Okay, so now that we've talked about you know, crafting, let's talk about the different type of content that is in this game. In this game, there are various key things. We have story missions. So if you come to quests, we have our story missions, we have episodes that go through the anime. First we have Belle's story, and then we have Ice and Lefia's episode, which, you know, just follow through their story. It's really great, and you get a lot of actually you do get a good amount of fauna out of this, lollies and irises. This game is so free to play friendly, so free to play friendly, just saying. Another mode in this game, apart from the boost, we also have events. So right now we are in the Kino's Journey event. We have we have this Tales, which actually has a unique, a original story of for the crossover of Danmachi with Kino's Journey, and it's really cool. You can get special free units. Like for this one, we got this Traveler Kino. It was a pretty decent unit that we can get just by playing this game. You can collect items that will allow you to buy things from the shop, and also you can pull from an event only gacha. So like this is the shop that we can use using the items that we collect by just playing the event. And also the gacha, there's several different things that you can get out of the gacha, so it's totally worth it. Like this one has items so you can be able to create weapons for the Kino's characters for them, and which is really good if you get any of the units. And also you can get 3-star gacha tickets, which are, they come very in handy. Get all the 3 stars, especially if they're free. Another, cool event that we had, this was actually the first one that we've gotten in A. This was kind of more of a challenge to see if you could beat these very high level foes. And it was difficult. I haven't been able to do very hard, but I was able to get the what was here, which gave us a star bond, which allowed us to limit break any of the units that we got from the Kino's event or any future time limited units. Another mode in the game that we have is Rampage. Rampage is where you can farm materials. There's 3 versions. There is normal, hard, and very hard. In here you can gather materials that you can use to craft the items in Blacksmith. So you definitely do need to play Rampage if you want to make the weapons. They're very it's the only way. You cannot get these materials to craft these weapons anywhere else. So it's very important. If you want to create stronger weapons, come do Rampage. You can only heal 3 times your party in a day, and basically what party you set up is the one that you have to use all the way through. There's no in between healing. You continue forward. It's like it's just survival, surviving as much as you can. When you're very hard, it gets very hard, and sometimes it takes you a few days to beat that enemy, unless you're super OP. Another thing that we have in the game, and I'll go through briefly, in the arena we have Monsterphilia, which is score based. I haven't completely gone through it yet, but you are able to go through enemies and you get different types of rewards such as potatoes and irises as you continue forward. And from what I hear, it gets much difficult, and a tip is try to survive a long time, which will increase your score in this, because you are given a score for each of these missions. Another area that we have, which actually right now is closed, War Games. War Games is our PvP area. People, all of us that are players, we battle against each other to rank up, and we get more prizes as we do. There are different tiers. We start at the bottom, and if you just play once, you get 10 irises. As long as you have 1,060 points, you get 10 irises. For this is where you rank up, and so every time you rank up, you get 10 irises as you move forward, and you can see the point requirement to be in these areas. But at the end of it, you can get irises for your trouble. So at the lowest level, where we all start, is 25 irises. As you go up, you can get many more, up to 1,000 irises if you're in Hero 1, which it means you are the top of the top players. And then 2 to 50 gets 800. And you know, after Hero 1 and Hero 2, it's Hero 3 and you are guaranteed 750. I haven't done further than King 3, so I've generally always gotten 600. But hey, that is more than a pull. That's a pull and a half. Very useful. Finally, Record Buster. It is another thing, and actually this one is currently ongoing. You battle against a very difficult foe who is undefeatable. You cannot kill them for the life of you, but the purpose is you trying to survive 15 rounds against this enemy and doing as much damage as possible. And depending on your score, the higher you rank up, you belong in different groups, which give you different rewards. So if depending on your score, you're able to get these Buster medals, which allow you to craft a very good inklet. A very good inklet. So it's worth playing just for at least a score. And you get rewards for being in specific groups. So like right now I'm in group 49, so I end up getting this as long as I stay there. And you also get another reward for depending on your rank. And actually right now I'm just 5,800. I need to improve my setup, which means I get 400 irises just for trying. Well, not just for trying, but for where I am right now. At the minimum, you can get 50 irises, so it's still worth doing. There's so many irises in this game, it isn't even funny. And so those are the main modes in the game that you should look at. Another thing, I'm keeping this high level because we are going to go more in depth into each of these areas as you know this series goes. Helpful items that we have in this game, we have so many. So we do have stamina in this game, and stamina runs out. And we have some really cool items called potato snacks. So they're under consumables, and we have potato snacks. So whenever you run out of stamina, it'll tell you, do you want to recover? And when you do, you can choose to either recover your stamina using irises, which is just 10 irises to get a full stamina bar, or you can use potato snacks, or even the crepes. The potato snacks give you 50 stamina, potato snack medium gives you 70, and the crepes give you 100. So they're very good to stock up on these because they go away super fast when you are doing the events, especially if you're trying to rush through the events and trying to finish them. Or even farming for faunas, they go away so fast, super fast. And another item that, some other items that are useful, and I have somewhere in here between all these tickets. There are some items called CP items, such as the Horario Souvenir. These are used to increase the CP to the units that you are want to give it to. So for example, like I've talked earlier about how the CP level worked, you can use items such as the Horario Souvenir to increase their CP level, which increases how strong that unit is, or takes you to get those irises. So it's very good to save this up. There are other items such as the ones that we get from the Record Buster that are also CP items, and you can buy some from the shop, because in the shop area we do have various things we can purchase irises. The item shop is things that you can buy with irises. Stereos and bulbs are things you can use. They can buy using the gems that you get from selling your excess bonds. Event exchange is for the events that are currently going on, and some of the events that have been here in the past. Finally, there is the special exchange, which you can exchange for materials, equipment, to get more faunas, hero medal and flame amulet, and also assist and adventure exchanges. So there are so many things in this game, and I was trying to keep this under, I was trying to keep this short, but there's so much in the game. I'm going to go through everything much deeper in segments. I'm going to be doing a video on units, talking about irises and farming in general, talking about crafting, and talking about the different events that we have and game modes that we have. So look forward to those videos in which I dive deeper. I hope you enjoy this journey, and let me know in the comments below if there's anything specific that you want to learn about Danmachi, Memoria, Freese, and I'll try to get to it. So thank you all so very much for watching, and until next time, meow to meow.